Hey everybody, Cynthia here. I hope you guys all enjoyed your weekend. As you see in front of you, I have 4 different sets that are going to be going in my store of handmade embellishments that I made. I'm probably only going to put one set in at a time, and when that sells, I'll upload another one. The only difference in these sets are the tags, so I'll start with those. But to put these together, I used a ton of different things. I've used different dyes, beads in a bottle, different pearls and gems. I used a bunch of different embossing folders, papers, punches, some Cricut images, the list goes on. So I can't give you specific dyes and cuts I used for each one, or the video would be like 4 hours long. But I will share what they look like. So I think each set has 9, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the first tag that I created. I stamped family memories, and then I have pattern paper in the background. And then I cut this out with a die. This I layered on top with a die. This was a Cricut image, a flower punch, a snowflake punch, and a button I had in my stash. And then I made a ribbon bow, and behind it I have some gold fun fur. Let me get this out of the way. Maybe you guys can see that better. Okay, and that's the back. So it comes with a tag, and then all the sets have these. So I cut out the background piece. This piece in the front was a die. I used my beads in a bottle. And then I used my snowflake punch to cut out these little snowflakes. And then I also used gold glitter, and just put gold glitter on each snowflake. I used a Merry Christmas sentiment that I cut out of the paper. So just layered everything there, and there's foam dots underneath for a dimension. This one I used a Tim Holtz snowflake die. Used glitter glue, the gold glitter glue on the edges to sparkle it up. Scallop circle, snowflake die, 2 different flower punches, and a pearl in the center. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And this one I used a big scallop cut from my Cricut, and then I have some leaf flourishes and a bunch of different flower dies that I put together, and a pearl for the center. And then I did beads in a gold beads in a bottle all the way around on the scallops. Sorry, I couldn't think there for a minute. Okay, so that goes in the set. This image, the background image, I cut out with my Cricut, and I'm sorry, I have glue strings here. There we go. I have my beads in a bottle. I did here and all around this scallop, and then I have pearls, and this was from the pattern paper. I used my circle die or circle punch to cut that out. Okay, and you can see that's all layered and dimensional. And this little guy I used, if you see the white background paper, I used a punch my mom had, and then I put like an evergreen behind it. I punched these really pretty berries and bells from a paper pad that I had, and then I made a bow for the top. So there's that embellishment. This one I made a banner, and then another banner that's embossed, stamped Let It Snow. All of that's dimensional. And then I have a snowflake back here, a scalloped circle that I punched out, and the scallop circle is embossed with a snowflake embossing folder. And then I just layered different size snowflakes, and one of my flowers, I actually punched it out of this paper here. That's embossed, and then there's a pearl in the center. And like I said, it's all dimensional. And we have 2 more here. This one, I punched this shape out with one of my dies, and it's embossed in the background. And this is a basket weave embossing folder that I used. And then I had this Christmas and Santa. He's so cute. I think he's so vintage looking. I cut that out of some pattern paper I have. I have the dark red cardstock in the background. Then I use my white enamel dots on the corners, and then that's also popped up. And then the last one, a lot of you guys have seen these in my personal Cricut challenge. When I did the borders, I added some of these. So it's 2 trees I punched out, used a die to cut out this doily pattern, then my Cricut cartridge to cut this out, and then I put this really pretty poinsettia together with a bunch of different dies, and this says the countdown has begun. So each set has all of these. The only difference is the tags. Like this set has this tag with a real pretty like mint color in the background, and this set has this pattern in the background. And this one has like a darker green on the bottom. In the background, there's gold on it. Really, really pretty. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 pieces in these sets. So those are the embellishments that I've been working on. And also, I did use some of the embellishments in this mini album that I finished up last week. It's called Winter Wonderland. I layered a bunch of different papers, and this is, I embossed and used my white chalk ink over it to just bring out the embossing. And it's very dimensional and chunky. Used some of this really beautiful gold trimmed ribbon as the closure. And this is the spine. I punched out 3 snowflakes and put those on, and they have like a gold foiling to them. Really, really pretty. It's 6 inches by 3.5 for the covers. And the pages are a little bit smaller. But the first page has 2 photo mats and this really pretty, it looks like a crackling effect. Isn't that neat? Really pretty sticker. I got this from the Paper Studio, which is from Hobby Lobby. And then there's 2 photo mats here, and I used a bunch of different corner punches on each of my photo mats. And all of the embellishments that I put on photos will slide underneath. So over here I have a tag that I slid up that says Believe and back, K & Company wreath, and I had that tag kind of clipped on with this paper clip that does come off, and I just used a paper, made a paper banner for that. And then I have a little sticker here that says Joy, a nice area for a photo, and the photo will slide under. And then each page has a side pocket with a pull-out that I hand stamped these cute little snowflakes on. This is a nice photo mat here. This gingerbread pattern here. I'm gonna leave these out so I can go through it kind of quick for you guys. This I did 2 photo mats with a like scallop die, and then photos will slide under the poinsettia. That's here. That was a K & Company. Really pretty dimensional. This side I made a corner pocket, and I love this. This is, I mean, you kind of got to shake the book up, but there's little gems in there. It's like a little shaker. Christmas tree scene. Inside I tucked different tags. Tidings of comfort and joy. And this one, reindeer, I love that. So those just tuck back in the pocket. And again, another corner pull out, or a pocket pull out. This side, a really nice photo mat here. It says Noel, and a photo will slide under. This side, there's 2 photo mats, but I have a banner clip here and this adorable tag of the bird, and it has like gold foiling in it. It's really pretty. And then there's gingerbread on that side. And then you have the 2 photo mats, sticker that says wish, and photos will slide underneath that. And then another pull out. I see my batteries going, so I'm hoping I can get through this. I made a pocket on this side, a K & Company snowman. I think he is so cute. And then I tucked in this really pretty ornament tag in the background, and Be Merry. Nice journaling tag and an area for photo, and you could put another photo here. Then I have 2 scallop circles on this side with an ornament, chipboard ornament here, and it says ho ho ho. And another pull out. Each pull out's been hand stamped. This side, really, I love this paper. It's craft and gold foiling, and I ran out of it, of course, because it's my favorite. Season's greetings that I fussy cut out and popped up for dimension. Photo will slide under. This side I made a corner pocket, and here's one of those embellishments that I made. Countdown has begun, and inside there is a tag of Santa, the baby, and this side has a really pretty sentiment on it. And this book is currently in my store, so if you guys want to head over and check it out for more details, you can. This says Naughty and Nice, and I made this little banner tucked underneath it with a gold bow, and then Home for the Holidays tag. Slides behind this mat here. And this is a nice area for a photo, which will slide right underneath the banner. Nice area for a photo here. Here's one of my handmade embellishments. And photos will tuck behind. Another pull-out mat. And next 2 pages, here's another one of my handmade embellishments that I put on a belly band. I tucked in this little tag, Jingle Bells, area for a photo, and a photo here. And then the back piece here, I just made a bunch of, I have it closed with a banner that I made, banner clip, and then, whoop, hold on, I almost knocked my camera over. And then these all flip for extra photo mats in here and in here. And then just put the clip back on to hold the pages together. And that's the back, guys. So that's how I use some of my embellishments. I wanted to show you, because a lot of times I show embellishments and people say, oh, how do you use those? So I wanted to show the album at the same time. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will link below my store if you'd like to check any of this stuff out. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.